vibras? Because we know the vibras.
Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. I'm the one and only Juan the Don, and as always, I'm accompanied by Michael Carrasco. That's my inner Bruce Buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, on this corner. All right, but yeah, we're back. This is another episode 19. Episode 19 of season
3. Yep.
Before we start the episode off, I want to say I'm disappointed in our listeners, subscribers, whatever you want to call it, followers.
Why?
We were willing, well, we still are willing to give away free merch.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody has participated in the giveaway. Yeah, I guess not rules, but yes, the giveaway itself. So, should we keep the giveaway open, or should we just drop the merch when we reach 1K whenever we decide to reach 1K? I mean, because at this point, it doesn't seem like anybody wants free merch.
Let's keep it open for now. We're gonna keep it open for now. So make sure to
Let's just say it early in the episode. Cause let's be honest, it's probably only a handful that. All right, so basically, if you're listening to this episode, you simply just have to comment "Road to 1K." You have to be subscribed to the podcast to enter the giveaway. That's one entry, but you can get another entry if you screenshot that you're subscribed along with the comment and post it to your story and tag at You Know the Vibras on Instagram, and that would give you an additional entry. And simply, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna take all of the people that have participated and put it into like one of those generator like spinning things that all those influencers or whoever uses for the giveaways,
like a random selector.
A random selector, right? So whenever we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will be planning this giveaway of our merch, which is going to be to 2 subscribers of the podcast. Like we said, we're going to do 2. So for basically, I will spin it one time and Michael will spin it the other, or whatever. You get the flow of it. Either way, if you don't get a chance to win the giveaway, you will be able to purchase these items soon whenever we get the 1,000 subscribers. And yeah. So yeah, we just wanted to state this at the beginning of the episode, but it's simple as that. Just comment "Road to 1K," be subscribed. Oh, you have to follow us on all social media, so Instagram, TikTok. You have to follow, so not us, but the podcast itself, and you're good to go. So yeah. Anyways, going into the episode, how have you been, sir? Anything new in your lovely life out in Houston, Texas?
It's been good. As far as new, nothing really. Just been chilling, been laying low lately.
That.
Yeah, I've been such a homebody over here, man. I barely go out. I literally go out to work, come back home, then I'm just chilling. It's good because I don't spend a lot of money, and yeah, man.
Hey, we was
hard as hell, boy.
If you Dominican, you know
what that means. If
they do like this, yeah, just know that's not a good look for you. But so damn, nothing new. Okay. I mean, I'll just go into. I mean, yeah, here in Chicago, it's been snowing, which is fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Like I mentioned in the past, having a white vehicle is not the best idea. I definitely regret it. It got so dirty these past couple of days due to the snow and the salt, to melt the snow that they throw on the road. But I would say Chicago does, take care of the roads. And the roads were very drivable, and I do applaud them on that. But other than that, my car just got super, dirty, and I would say the weather, I wasn't prepared yet for the cold weather, but I'm dealing with it, and it's just gonna get worse from here, which is it's supposed to be in the single digits this week. So,
ooh, man, that's cold. That is way too cold for me.
It's supposed to even be -2 on one of these days, so we shall see.
Damn, but I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that.
Right. But yeah, outside of that, not much, man. Just been like I don't think I've told you, but since I've got back to DR, I've got back in the routine of getting back into the gym. I
Yes,
was going
sir.
to the
Yes, sir.
gym before I left the DR, but the
Mm-hmm.
problem is I was in DR, I didn't have access to the gym. So now I'm going through those first week pain of the gym. The typical arms hurting, chest hurting,
Mm-hmm.
back hurting. You can't scrub your, back or your
Yep.
there's a ton of things you can't do. You can't sit down.
It's
Yeah,
hard to get up. Yeah.
it's hard to
Yeah.
get up. So
Yeah.
yeah, so going through that right now, but then hopefully in the next few weeks I'm back used to the whole thing. But I'm happy with my strength and my progress that I'm making already. I feel like I haven't fell off that much since I left for DR.
Yeah.
But
No, that's good.
yeah,
That's
that's
always good.
yeah. But this year I'm definitely like this is gonna be my first full year. Hopefully, like
Mm-hmm.
consistently going to the gym. So I'm very anxious to see how I'm gonna turn out by the end of the year. But continuing the episode, any quote from you for the episode?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do got a quote. This one comes from Michael Ruiz, who is a reporter for
He's gonna say
Fox
Michael
News.
Carrasco.
Nah, I almost did that, but I feel like
Hold
I
on,
don't
hold on,
have
hold on,
it.
hold on. Let's test your talents, man.
All right, all right.
Create a quote on the spot, man. A
A
real
quote
simple
on the
quote.
spot.
Yeah, a quote on the spot.
Ooh, that's hard,
Come on, man.
man. It's hard. I'm on the spot, man. It's hard. You get the little freezes. But I
Oh,
would
you're
say, let's
trash. You're
say, here we
trash.
go.
You're
Here we go.
trash.
One
I'm
quote,
disappointed
one personal quote. Uh,
from you,
and
right?
yes, for me, and I stand I live by it. Uh, Forget what other people have to say and just do you. Simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next quote.
Next
I'm not
quote. You
gonna.
want me?
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say how I felt about that, but
All
continue.
right. You want me? You want the real quote now?
Yeah, the real
All
quote. Yeah,
right.
that was
Yeah.
pretty
Here you go.
bad. That was
The
pretty
real
bad. That was
quote.
pretty
The real
bad.
quote. So you got to give me time to prepare for this type of things, man. I
No,
can't
that's the
come on
point.
so
It
on the
has to be on
fly.
the spot, bro. Spontaneous is good.
But that's the quote on the spot. Let me know what you guys think. But the real quote of the day, like I said, comes from Michael Ruiz, who is a
No, no, no.
reporter.
Before you go, I'm gonna show you a quote on the spot. I'm gonna
Go
interrupt
ahead,
you.
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
show you a
Let's
quote
see,
on the spot.
let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. You had a couple extra minutes to think about it, so let's see what you
All
got.
right. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Man, that's already taken. That's already taken.
Not continue, continue.
Plagiarism.
Damn. No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. That was a good quote. That was a good
That's
quote.
a
That was a
good
good quote.
quote,
Go
though.
ahead, go ahead.
The quote says, "If
When life gives you plátanos, make fritos. Continue.
damn, that's a good one though. Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere, man. Now we're
No, no, go ahead,
talking."
go ahead, go ahead. All right, go ahead. I'm not gonna interrupt you no more.
All right, final interrupt. You got all right. No interruptions. Like I said, comes from Michael Ruiz, a a reporter for Fox News, and the quote says, "If people are doubting what you can do, go so far that you can't hear them anymore." So what he's saying, if you hear people doubting you, doubting your abilities, or your skill set, or doubting your ideas, make it a goal. Make it known that you're going to accomplish what you are, set yourself to accomplish, and then overachieve that. That way, you can't hear them doubting you anymore.
Basically, like leaving them behind. I think what the quote is trying to say is like be so like have your goals be so big that by the time you reach them, you're so far ahead that you left those people behind
Exactly.
where they were stuck at. So
Exactly.
or the place that
Exactly.
they were comfortable at and where you weren't comfortable at. So yeah, I think that's a good quote, and I feel like it's definitely a good way to approach life,
Hmm.
and feel like it's a good feeling within when you know that you left a bad situation and it improved your lifestyle and it got you to where you wanted to be when you decided to take a simple risk of doing going that extra mile or putting in that extra work to accomplish this thing when people told you that you weren't going to be anything or you weren't going to accomplish it, just doing it and being able to not necessarily laugh in their face but laugh in their face mentally, you know what I mean, like, and be like, I told you so.
Right.
is a good feeling. So, and
Right.
when that person that told you that you weren't gonna be anything is still stuck in their situation, that's a good feeling. So
Yeah.
it's
No.
like it's
Right.
like
I
it's
agree.
like a good way of it's like a good way of killing them with kindness, but to
Yeah.
the 10th power
Exactly. Yeah.
with success. So
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I chose the
yes,
quote.
sir. Yes, sir. All right. So moving into the conversations. Well, we're gonna do a handful of current events,
Hmm.
and we're gonna go from there. I want to start with something that is going on. If you're not familiar with the Dominican music genre, Dembow, we've talked about it in previous episodes, but Dembow it has turned into Dominicans' version of hip hop, I'd say, because we have our we have our R&B type of thing,
Right.
and we
Yeah.
have our our everything else, but Dembow is the music that is played in DR when for parties, when you want to get people pumped up, or if you want to be in
Get
the
lit.
gym and lit, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
or if you want to drink, you know what I'm saying. So Dembow is like that up tempo, that upbeat genre,
Yeah.
which we've talked about in the past. There has been some controversy of where it originally came from, but the thing is now it's identified in DR, or Dominicans identify themselves with Dembow, and we have put our own twist to it. So there has been many years, Dominican Republic or Dominican artists, like Dominican urban artists,
Hmm.
which is what they call it, música urbana, never have had the chance to be played on playlists, say Apple Music, um, Spotify. Like
Hmm.
they've never had the chance to have their own playlist. Like there's playlists in Puerto Rico for like reggaeton and trap and all of this,
Hmm.
but the genre Dembow has never had a playlist. So these new artists, never have had the opportunity to to get into the digital world, so
Hmm.
easy as it is for like a lot of these other artists. So as of today, January 29th, 2023, Dembow finally has their own playlist on Apple Music, which is called Teteo.
Yes, sir.
So this is, for many of you, it may not be a big deal, but for Dominicans, this is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Huge, huge, huge deal, man. And the main reason that this is possible, they said, reportedly, the union between Rochy and El Alfa, two of the biggest artists right now in Dominican Republic, have finally got together and made a song together and have brought peace to each other. We have talked about it in previous episodes as well. There's always have been these two sides in the Dominican
Hmm.
music world. Are you either Rochy or you either El
Right.
Alfa
Alpha.
supporters, you wow wow, or you're El Alfa. So
Hmm.
there's always been these two heads clashing, and it's been something that's been popular in DR, with like El Mayol and El Alfa back in the day,
Hmm.
which they had squashed their beef. And there has been many other beefs, with the music scene, which is something that's common.
Correct.
Um,
Correct.
but so they finally squashed their, well, some people said it's musical beef. There's not no real beef, but they finally
Right.
decided to get together and make a song together, which also dropped today. And in honor of that, Apple Music has gave the Dembow genre a
A
playlist.
playlist, curated playlist. Yeah, it's big. It's big for the music scene there. Down there. Now I feel like it's more accessible to people now that there's a playlist. Because if
Right.
you think about it, there's some songs that you would not never go you out of your way to listen to unless it was on a curated playlist on Apple Music or Spotify, wherever you listen to your music.
Right. Right. No, and it's huge. Let me read the description that Apple Music put in the Dembow playlist. Dembow is easily one of the biggest waves to hit Dominican music in a while. Mix it up with more local styles like Bajo Mundo and Bachata, and you get a sound that captures the uniqueness of Dominican culture, while also reflecting a broader pan-Latin dance sound that has helped reshape pop worldwide. Listen up, our editors update picks each week. If you hear something you like, add it to your library. So basically, this is important because
Hmm.
like sometimes like I remember like friends of mine will go to DR and come back and they'll have new songs that
Right.
you generally wouldn't know about like here in the States, but in DR the songs are hits and are
Yeah.
popping, you know what I mean? So with this playlist, the hits that are, really Dembow hits, you get access to them, more easier
Hmm.
because at times if you look up Dembow on Apple Music before this, you
You
wouldn't
couldn't
find
find
anything.
anything. Yeah.
So now you look up Dembow and you have, I'm telling you, a range of artists, like new artists and developed artists. You know what I mean? You have Flow 28, which is a new artist
Hmm.
with his hit song Po Po Po. And then you have people like El Alfa and Rochy, which have tons of songs on this playlist, which I think is good. And it looks like the developers or whoever created it have done their research and actually have put than both songs that are actually doing good right now. Like, cause anybody could put make a playlist and put random
Right.
songs,
Right.
but the
Yeah.
fact that they have nuevo artista new artists that are actually like producing numbers and they are
Hmm.
low key on the playlist is definitely something that's eye opening and promising with this playlist. And I'm happy about it, man. I'm stoked. I'm really happy about it.
No, I am too, man. And the reason why I like Apple Playlists is that I essentially they do all the work for me, right? If a song is slowly facing going its way out and a new song is coming up, the playlist it does it for you automatically. Whoever the curators are browsing day every single day, seeing what's popular, what's not, what's dying down, and
Right.
now I can actually just throw on the playlist, Bluetooth, whatever, Apple CarPlay, listen to my music, and I don't have to worry about having to go through my playlist. Okay, this song, nah, I don't really like it anymore, let me take it out. This doesn't really, it's not popping anymore, let me take it out, let me put, okay, this, and that was for me, it was such a hassle, man. And now that there's a playlist, I'm super super stoked about it, really looking forward, and thank you, Apple, finally.
Facts, facts. Thanks to Apple, man. I appreciate. I don't know. I don't use Spotify, so I don't know if Spotify has any playlist for Dembo. I couldn't tell you,
Hmm.
but this is huge, man. This is very huge. Cause I mean, sometimes people with other playlists with Dembo, they never knew how to categorize it.
Right.
Like they
Right.
didn't know in what playlist to put it. But now
Hmm.
with its own, playlist, it's huge. And the fact that it has a name that originated from a Dembo, Teteo, is even
Amen
better.
to
You know
that.
what I mean?
Amen to that.
So this is something that's important. If you're not Dominican, man, I wish you could feel the joy because we finally are getting respected, and we're getting respected worldwide with our music, and the music is definitely starting to become global, and everyone is starting to be able to enjoy Dominican
Hmm.
music as much as we do, and this feels good, man. So hopefully you guys can check out the playlist. We're not you probably might think, dang, these guys are getting sponsored from this
I
thing.
wish.
Nah,
I
I
wish.
wish. No, it's just something that's beautiful to recognize, man, and we really like the gesture.
Exactly, and it's good for the genre in general. Especially for the new artists. Now they have a different audience that can enjoy them both and actually learn more about the music that's being made in the island. Um yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Once again, thank you, Apple. If you're
Right,
Dominican, let us know how does this make you feel finally having a
right.
Dembow playlist. And let us know,
Facts.
are there songs on there actually what's popping, especially if you live in DR right now. Let us know what if they got it right. If not, tell us what's popping, man.
Yeah, and before we move on from the topic, I want you to tell them the importance of playlists and why it's important for artists to be able to be put on a playlist. Like, what's the importance behind it that many people may not know? The huge impact that this playlist or playlists in general have on artists and their music and money and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. One thing, when you're in a curated playlist, that means that one, you're doing something good, or uh, the algorithm, because I'm assuming it's an algorithm that they use. It means that you're doing the things right, where the algorithm is picking up your song and putting it on the playlist. And the playlist, is good because it gives artists more exposure to people who probably would never run into them. um and it's a goal to celebrate, because you are when you're on a playlist, you literally only see like the top hits. So let's say if your song makes it to the on a playlist, on Apple Music, that means that you are ranked among the top hits that are out right now within that a specific genre.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy though. A lot of people say some record labels pay for placements and stuff like that.
I mean, which
Um,
can happen, it happens, but
yeah, but the main thing that I wanted people to know is the importance of it is that artists get free plays
that
from
that
these
as well.
playlists
Hmm.
and continuous plays. Like it's a difference when you have to look up the artist and play it yourself, but when you just shuffle and the song plays, that's
Hmm.
an automatic play for these artists that adds to their plays, which then adds to the revenue. So I think
Exactly.
that's something and then downloads too. Say somebody downloads the playlist, it's an automatic download even though they didn't listen to the song. So I think it's important for, like I was mentioning earlier, the opportunity that these new artists, new up and coming artists in DR are placed on these playlists. They probably don't know anything about the
Hmm.
whole revenue aspect, but when they see that their numbers are skyrocketing, they're
That's
gonna
why.
appreciate it. So yeah, man. But let's continue though.
Yeah,
Go
no.
ahead. You have something to say?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I would say the next step for the music industry over there is, getting more artists to, distribute their music on Apple Music. I would say
Mm-hmm.
that's the next big step, because you can see it. There's songs that we know of, that we listen to on a day-to-day
That
basis,
aren't Apple Music,
that aren't on Apple Music. So I think that's the
right?
next big step, for the Dominican music scene, for the Dembow music scene in general.
Right. I agree. And yeah, because some of them take long, and then the song doesn't have as much power when they do
Exactly.
place it on Apple
Hmm.
Music or Spotify, whatever digital platform. Let us know in the
Exactly.
comments before we shift away from this. What's your preferred music listening platform? Spotify or Apple, or if you have any other
Hmm.
ones. There's always been a controversy, between
Which one
Spotify
is best?
users and
Yeah.
Apple podcast or and Apple Music
Hmm.
listeners. Let us know which one of the two you support and which one of the two you guys have, or if you have both, let us know.
And tell us
And they
which one is
keep
your favorite.
raising these
Why?
prices. Stop raising these prices, by the way. I
Yeah.
got the
Yeah.
news the other day. I remember I used to
Yeah.
pay like $4 when I was in school, and now I'm paying like 10.99 something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Everything going up nowadays, man. Everything going up.
facts. All right, but let's shift over to the next topic.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You
Oh, go
got
ahead.
it.
No, go
No.
ahead. No,
No.
you
No.
got it. You got it. You got it.
All
No,
right.
you got it.
I
You got
wanted
it.
to
You got
touch
it.
briefly on this, because we saw, I think we talked about it for briefly, like a couple episodes back, and it's can't think exactly when. But right now, Kanye West apparently is under investigation for battery. The incident actually happened, I think it was like sometime last year. It's a video that's surfaced the social media for a while, but apparently he snatched the phone out of a driver that was recording him. Um, I want your opinion on this. I want to ask you this: why would you say it's like let's say somebody is recording you, you as a public figure? What would you say is the right way to approach that person or a group of individuals if they're recording you and you don't want to be recorded at that specific moment, or time and place? Like, what would you say is the right way to um de-escalate that situation? Let's put it that way.
Well, there was a similar event with this type of fan interaction with an artist, with Bad Bunny recently
Mm-hmm.
as well, where a fan was recording him and he told her, supposedly or allegedly, he told her not to record him or something like that. And he had grabbed her phone and tossed it into like a lake or
The
something
water,
like
yeah.
that. The water. And so this is something that has definitely not is not uncommon from
Mm-hmm.
artists or celebrities when fans are recording them. But I definitely think it could be handled better but I think it all depends. The problem is like we don't know what these artists or celebrities are going through on a daily basis, and they can be having a rough
Exactly.
day, and they probably don't want a camera in their face. So I feel like if you feel the vibe that they aren't like, because sometimes you could tell when they're in like a nice mood or something. But if you don't get that vibe from them, I feel like don't disturb their peace because they're human like you. And I'm pretty sure if you're having a bad day, you wouldn't want the same. You wouldn't want somebody bothering your personal space with a camera. So, not that I'm saying that they did the right thing. I just feel
Right,
like
right.
both sides are wrong, and I feel like there's always a better way to handle the situation. I just feel like we have to respect everyone's personal space and also approach them better. I feel like because sometimes as fans, people tend to rush to the celebrity
Yeah, it's that
and
adrenaline rush of seeing
the
somebody.
adrenaline,
Yeah.
and they don't really approach them the right way. Like I was watching a video on YouTube. Deion Sanders, he's a big time, Hall of Fame NFL player. He was
Right.
the best, arguably the best cornerback of all time, arguably the best athlete of all time. He played both baseball and football. I think there was one time that I think in the same week I don't know if he won this. He played in the Super Bowl and playing in the World Series. I don't know if he won both, but I know he played in both in the same something like it was something crazy like that. It was
Yeah.
like he got off the he played a game. If someone can tell me the info, he played a game like in football, and then he like took a private jet or something somewhere else, and then played something a baseball game, which is nuts. But anyway, the point is that he was saying in the interview that if you come up to him and say Prime or say Dion, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. If you say Dion or Prime, he wouldn't take a picture with you. But if you approach him as Mr. Sanders or Coach Prime, he would. So I think it's all in the approach. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
I feel like
right.
if you approach Kanye, be like, "Hey, Mr. West," or you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Like show
You know what
some
I mean? Like,
respect
yeah,
type
show
of
some
thing.
respect. Then I feel like then they would consider it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it's tricky, but I definitely, like I
Yeah.
said earlier, I think it's all in how we both sides approach each other and how both sides handle the situation. I feel like it's huge to me.
Yeah, yeah. That's I mean that's exactly what I would say. Especially you got to be respectful as well. If somebody says, "Hey, I don't feel like being recorded. Can you stop recording me?" Hey man, you do the right thing. Put your phone away. Doesn't matter if it's a big celebrity, small celebrity. Learn how to respect their space. That's what I would say.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on to a couple more conversations. Um, so there's been this bad trend in schools that's been going on that
Hmm.
I've been seeing on Twitter, Instagram, everything. Uh, Kids in school now are starting to lose respect, and not
Mm.
have respect for the teachers, and it's getting to a point where they're even,
Squaring up,
physically like, squaring up and fighting the teachers and throwing
man.
punches and everything. I feel bad for teachers now. I would not gonna lie. I don't know how some of these teachers do it. Some I do applaud them because they do have
Oh yeah.
they do have composure, but I feel like it only it gets to a certain point where you can't
It's
you can't take it no more,
yeah.
and you have to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. But I would say the teachers that I have seen have defended themselves and have held their ground, which is good. Uh, but it's sad though. It's sad. The whole situation is
It
sad,
is.
man. And I feel like if it was back in the day, I don't think like it
Oh
would get to
man,
this level.
yeah,
But
yeah. Nah.
I'm not saying when we were in school, but in general,
Back
I
in
just feel
there.
like
Let's
now,
talk
I
about
did,
back in the days.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just feel like now it's just like kids, since they know somebody's recording, they just wanna do too much to,
Yeah.
probably be the next
Yeah.
viral sensation and just to be trending. It's crazy, but I feel like if you're watching this and you're in school, respect the teachers. They have that could be someone else's mom, like it's like it could be your mom. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
be considerate of that and handle it better. I feel like so.
100%. 100%. I mean, stop doing things for the clout, man. I feel like that's what a lot of kids do nowadays. it's not a good look. Like if you think about it, that video is gonna be on social media for forever. Honestly, uh, it can affect you getting a job later on. It can affect your college application later on. Just think about it.
Hmm.
Be a little smart about it. I mean, now if that's not, if you don't think that's your path in life, I mean, by all means, but at least be respectful. Teachers deal with crap all day long, not just from you, but from other people as well. And they're underpaid. Let's put it that way. They're underpaid for everything
Yeah.
that they do for you guys. So yeah, just be a little respectful. If you were still in school and watching this, be respectful, please. If you somebody see somebody else disrespecting a teacher, hey man, be like, hey bro, that's not cool. Simple as that.
Facts. Yeah, I mean it's hard to say because I mean it all depends the situation, but
That is true too.
I don't think it could get to the point where you put your hands on the teacher. I feel like that's tough, but
Yeah,
we're gonna move on from that as well and continue to the next conversation with which is conversation, which
man.
is there has been another huge controversy on Twitter, which has been this huge trend of women. I don't know how to say that. That doesn't sound like we're like targeting women, but that women on all right, women that go to the gym on TikTok, I'd say, have been getting bashed. I think, or have been getting exposed for
Hmm.
like trying to say that men are is this being creepy or staring at them in
Hmm.
the gym. So it's a lot of controversy on this topic, man. I feel like if you're one of those gym TikTokers and you have this ring light in the gym and have like your phone on a stand and like you're using multiple weights and using multiple like people are gonna look at you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna draw
You know what I
attention
mean?
regardless. Yeah.
It's gonna draw attention. So I wouldn't necessarily I wouldn't necessarily say that people are being creeps looking
Hmm.
at you. The only time I could say that would be a thing if a camera isn't involved and they're constantly staring at you for something. Like if
Right.
you every time you like say you bend over and they look at you, or every time you like turn your back and they look at you, like if that's a thing, then I understand. But let's say, like for instance, the one situation I seen, the woman was struggling to put the weights on the bar, like because it was on the floor and she was struggling to put them on, and he was looking at her like, "Do it." And then he walked over and she's like, "Oh God, here he comes. He's being creepy." I'm like, and then he asked if he could help her put them on. She's like, "No, no, no." And she was like, "Oh, see, these guys are so creepy and weird. Like they're trying to talk to me." I'm like, he was just trying to help you.
Help it. Yeah.
So I
Right.
feel like it all depends on the situation. If it's something that
Exactly.
is very, what I mean, if it's something that is obvious that everyone's looking at you because either you're not making noise or you're drawing attention with cameras and stuff, then I understand why would someone would look at you. But like I mentioned earlier, if there's nothing involved and you feel genuinely uncomfortable, then I respect the fact that you consider
Right.
them creeps because that is creeps if they're staring at you when you're doing certain movements or your body is postured a certain way. So it's controversial. It's a hard topic, but I definitely feel like the TikTokers that are doing it are overreacting.
Right. Right. I saw one too where it was like a guy asking, like the girl was, I think she was doing like deadlifts or something, and the guy was trying, go into a machine and was, I'm assuming like her stuff was near the machine that he was trying to use, and he just asked, "Hey," and you can see in the video him asking, "Hey, are you using that machine?" She said no. He went about his way, but just the fact that he came up to her and asked her, now he's a creepy guy, or
Yeah.
I feel, man, it's tough because I don't want to get canceled. No, but I would say, man, you just gotta assess the situation, right? Whether you a guy or a girl, right? You gotta assess the situation. If you're at the gym, you feel uncomfortable, I get it. But let's say if you nobody's bothering you, or let's say if, like, the sample that you gave us, the girl was struggling with the weight, and that guy came politely asked, "Hey, can I help you?" Right. That's not somebody being creepy. That's just somebody being helpful. Or if somebody's asking you if you are using the machine, because it seems like your stuff is nearby.
Yeah,
It's a respectful thing, you know. Um, I mean, I'm gonna say I kind of hate it. Like when I go to the gym, there's like camera setup or this or that. Like I get it that that's some people's job, but for me, I don't know. But if you are going to record yourself in the gym, just know that not everybody is out there trying to be creepy. Some people may be just nervous about the cameras as well. That's why they have a weird look. Or
exactly.
yeah, simple as that. It's gonna be my new
Yeah, and probably
phrase.
what simple as that.
Yeah,
Nah, but nah, I just think that it's a touchy topic.
it
But
is a
I've
touchy
seen it
subject.
trending. I've seen it trending. I mean, women are the ones that go through this. Us men, I don't think women really look at the men in the gym.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
I
weird.
feel like
I mean, they probably do. They probably do, but men don't think. Men probably like, oh shit, she's looking at me.
she
Like,
look
not like
exactly.
yeah, yeah. Like women, he probably like men are the type that if that happens, they like put extra weight on there to like try to impress. Women, on the other hand, stop working out completely and like,
Mm. Yeah, I feel
what's
like,
going on?
and it's that difference. You know, it's that the gender difference, right? I feel like what it may be intimidating for a woman is for us. It's like the greatest thing ever, and vice versa. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but yeah. Let's just say that stop putting a false narrative on genuine men that aren't harmful to you.
hmm
Now, if the man, like I said, is being very weird and creepy, then I guess you can add the title to him. But if the person is trying to help you or do something, like don't do this for clicks, and don't do this to because that person can be a father of a young lady, or anything, and that could affect him, and say he could have a job that could affect them, with women that he may work with. So
right.
stuff like that, just be considerate of that, I feel like. But yeah, let's move on. Any other topics from your end, bro? Because
Oh
I'm
man,
definitely blank.
yeah, I have one. I don't. Is somewhat sports. Well, it is sports related. And it's kind of funny though. So I don't know if you watched the Celtics and Lakers game where towards the end, they went to overtime, but on the fourth quarter, 4 seconds left, LeBron got fouled, right? And they didn't call the foul. LeBron was like surprised. He even went to the ground. Was like, hey, "Wow, like really? You're not calling this?" And I was reading an article. Somebody said, you know, even the greatest player on the planet can't get the right foul call. Uh,
Unless you're
and
Tom Brady.
that is true. That is true. But after that, after the fact, Pat Beverly, he found one. This is the funny part. He took one of the photographers that was like at the angle where he could see it clearly, and he comes up to the ref with a picture where you can see, I think it was Jason Tatum that fouled him, uh, showing the ref like, "Hey man, it's a foul. Look right here," um, and then he gets a technical foul for that.
Yeah, that has been a meme now. The Pat Beverly thing.
Mhm.
They have been making memes with in sports or anything with the like camera, the picture thing, like people putting something else on it, which is funny.
Right,
But yeah, it's crazy though, man. You'd think that LeBron would get the call because he's someone that
right, a
genuinely do
dominant
get a
player.
lot of
Yeah,
calls. But it's the new controversy that we're seeing in NBA.
right,
I haven't
yeah.
watched the NBA in a while, but I've seen that this was trending, and I definitely think that it was something that is a funny moment with Pat Beverly, which is a
Yeah.
menace on the basketball court.
Yeah, he is.
Um, can you? Oh yeah, we got to go over this before we. This is the last one I think on my end. Nike just sued Bape.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Bape,
so
which is short for Bathing Ape. You got to
mhm.
know about this.
Yeah. But then a big brand in the streetwear community.
Which is
Uh
something that Soldier Boy definitely did first, because he used to wear Bape a
exactly.
lot back in the day.
Yeah. He's a pioneer, right?
In fact, I thought it
But
was his brand at one point, but
No, no, no. I forgot the guys who run it, but they're big in the streetwear industry.
Hmm.
But essentially, the lawsuit is, I would say, copyright infringement technically. So it's due to Bape using the same designs as Nike. For example, you know, the
The Air Forces.
Air Forces, both the high and the low. The Dunk, that's another one. And the Jordan ones, both low and high, which Nike has trademarked, so nobody can really use those designs. And the crazy thing is, Nike is smart, right? Nike is super smart. They let this go for over 20 years. They gather all the data. They probably gave them a warning, like, "Hey, stop using our designs." Which usually that's how it goes. The brand, depending which brand you are, stealing designs from or using their designs, depending which brand it is, they will give you a warning and say,
Hmm.
"Hey, stop using. We noticed that this looks too close to our designs. Can you stop using them?" Bam. And it looks like Bape, that didn't. I mean, I'm not saying that happened, but it could have happened. But Bape, just continuously kept using the same designs, and now they're being sued by Nike, probably for billions of dollars. But yeah, that's happening. Not a good thing for Bape. One, they may lose that credibility, or even, they may go bankrupt. Yeah, but it's a tough. It's tough.
Well, I just never understood why Bape never created their own model, like of a shoe.
I mean, you got to
Um,
think about it. You got to look. What's the shoes that sell the most? Air Forces One, Nike Air Jordan ones, and Dunks. Those are the top three shoes that
you said
will
Air
sell.
Force Ones. You
Well,
said Air
Air
Force
Force
One
ones,
Nikes. This man
Nike
said Air
Jordan
Force One
ones. No, no,
Nikes, Jordan One. Oh, I thought
Air
you said
Force
Nikes
ones,
and Jordan ones.
Jordan ones, and Dunks. Those are the top. In my opinion, that those are the shoes that I see everywhere. Those are the top
Yeah,
selling, especially the Air Forces. Air
I didn't know they
Forces,
had. I didn't know they had dunks. That's tough.
yeah, yeah. Dunks is one of the designs. Um, yeah, those are the top selling shoes. So as a brand, and for those that don't know, Bape is a Japanese brand. As a
Bape and
brand,
Ape.
if you see that these shoes are selling, why not replicate that, right? So I feel that's why they didn't come up with their own shoes. Could they have come up with their own shoes and still sell as many units as they did? Yeah, of course. They probably could have.
Well, it's similar to the whole Yeezy situation.
Hmm.
Like if Bape does their own thing, is it going to be as successful as it is with the Nike template, as well as like the
That's
Yeezy
right.
thing? It
Exactly.
will if Kanye does his own thing, if is it going to be the same as the Adidas partnership they
Exactly.
have? So that's something that is definitely something that we should consider as well. I think in our
Hmm.
approach.
No, yeah, 100%. 100%. That's another good question to ask. But yeah, we're definitely going to keep following this. I'm into fashion, into streetwear, so I'm definitely going to be following this, see where it goes. Uh, yeah, if you are a small brand out there, now there is a way that you can somewhat get away with it. And I looked into it. You can technically sell customized Nike shoes or Jordan shoes as long as you don't remove any of the logo, essentially. So that's one way that you can do it. If
Makes sense.
but if you want to come up with your own shoe, your own branding, just design your own shoe. If it's gonna look similar, make sure that you don't have the same designs, like Air Force ones and Nike Jordan ones and The dunks, they all have the little star on the front. Make sure that they don't have that. The also doesn't look the same, and make it different. And that's my thoughts on that, man. You got anything else
Oh yeah.
to add on
No,
this?
you hit it. You hit it on the nail.
Yeah, but
Facts.
definitely got we're gonna keep following it, see where this end up, see what agreement they come into comes between the two companies, and we definitely keep you guys updated.
For sure. Well, yeah. Well, hey, those are the topics that we have for this episode, episode 19. We appreciate you guys joining us for this episode. Any last comments from you on your end before we decide to end the episode?
Man, same thing as always. Be out there, be great, believe in yourself, trust yourself, and don't let anybody bring you down. Yeah. How about you, man?
Well, no. It just I'm glad that I keep going back to it, but the Dominican movement, we finally seen this union between Rochy and El Alfa, which was unexpected this early because they're both at their peak.
Yeah.
So the peak in their career. So it's definitely, was something good to see and gave me a good feeling, for the whole week. So and the song finally came out. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out, it's called Los Pobres y los Ricos, the poor and the rich. So check that
good
out.
Song.
It's very, very catchy. Very catchy.
Yeah.
And but no, other than that, hope you guys are having a beautiful hope you guys are having a beautiful year so far. Hope you guys are getting everything accomplished that you put your mind to this year, and hopefully you guys are being productive this year. So I'm glad that you got the opportunity for you guys to tune in to another episode. We appreciate all of the love and support. Get into that giveaway. It's free merch, and also it's gonna be very clean. So you didn't mention you put out the dates to your clothing brand.
I didn't put out a specific date. All I said,
Well,
but I made the announcement that is coming. Spring, summertime this year.
Yeah.
Had to go back and look at the timeline, and I still haven't figured out the exact date, but it's gonna be possibly end of first quarter, beginning of second quarter of the year. But it's coming very soon. Everything is aligning. I got getting, couple stuff in here within the next month and a half. So yeah, everything is coming to fruition, and I'm super excited, nervous at the same time, but super excited. Got to finalize a couple more designs. And maybe we'll do a giveaway as well.
Tough. We
So look out for that.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Be on the lookout for those for that and for also the clothing, well, not the clothing line, the merch from the podcast. Be on the lookout for that as well. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. We appreciate all of the love, the continuous support. Well, somewhat support.
Nah, we appreciate everything you guys.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the listen. We appreciate the views that you guys give us each and every week. The support on our social medias as well. But yeah, remember to hit that like button. It genuinely helps us a lot. Comment something beautiful in the comment section. Comment something that you thought about this episode. Comment something productive. Also comment if you want any conversations that you want to hear from us, any topics that you want to hear from us. Comment those in the comment section or DM us anything that you want us to talk about. We will definitely be checking our DMs as we do often. Well, I'd say I check them more than Michael because Michael's always busy doing something. But hey, that's for another.
I work too much.
Anyways, remember to hit that like button, like I said, comment, and as always, remember to subscribe. And
let's vibe. Peace. Amor y paz. Que Dios me lo cuide.
Amén.